Hello, this is John from caveofprogramming.com, and in this tutorial we're going to look at the image view control. So I did a bit of searching on the internet and I found this beautiful CGI picture, which is a creation by various artists from the povray.org site of a painting by Capriccio, I think you say. I don't know how you pronounce that, Capriccio. And so I'm going to use that just as an image in my Android application for the moment. If you go to Google and you search for Android something like screen support, something like that, and look at support multiple screens, then you can find somewhere in here. Here we go. There's a guide to the different screen sizes that you can use, and really you should probably, if you want to support all of these different screen sizes, you should probably provide images in all of these different sizes. And for the moment, what I'm going to do is I've just, in GIMP, this free photo editor, I've just resized my image to 960 by 720, the biggest size, and I'm going to just work with that for the moment. So if I could bring up my GIMP here we go. I'm going to save this as a PNG, and I'm going to save it in my Note Squirrel Resources drawable-extra high density pixel folder, and I need to give it a name. Let's call it something like image_default.png and save that there. And I'll go back to my Eclipse now and right click the res folder and go to refresh, and my now in the XHDI there's my image default. And also if I make sure everything's saved and go to r.java, I should have here, with a bit of luck, a ID for the image, which should be, here we go, under drawable we've got image_default. Okay, so I've got all that working, and I'm going to go to the layout now of my new application, my new activity. So I've got this activity image layout here, which looks like that, and I'm just going to click on this tab, and I'm going to change this a bit. So I'm going to have a linear layout again, as we've seen before, linear layout. And I'm going to make sure that that's set to match parent to take up the whole screen. And I'm going to get rid of text view here, and I'm going to have an image view here. So I'll type image v control space, and this has some attributes, and for one thing I need to give it an ID. So let's give it a ID, and I'm defining the ID here, so I need the plus sign there, and I'll call it touch image or something like that. That'll do. And let's give it a layout width of match parent and a layout height of match parent, and I'll give it a source src control space, and I do control space inside these quotes, and I can go to drawable here and position the cursor back there, and now I can select my image default like that. And let's just have a look at this, and yeah, a content description. I could say, just to shut up the warning there, content description equals in fact I'll call this default. I won't call it default image, I'll call it touch, let's call it password image or something like that. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Okay, so that'll do. and oh yeah, and I need to put this in a string resource if I'm going to use it. So let's just select that and go to quick fix and extract string, and password image is a fine ID for it. And hopefully, let's see, has it stopped complaining? It will have. Let's go to project clean to rebuild the project, and there we go. Now we've got an image view that's got no warnings on it, which is nice, and we should be able to actually see this. So if I just click run here, and another thing that I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go to my android.manifest here, and I'm going to look for this activity. It's this image activity here, and I'm going to add screen orientation here and set that to portrait, and that will prevent, it will mean that when the user turns their phone around, it won't put my application in landscape mode, and that's what I want, because for reasons that you're going to see, this would be awfully complicated if it can be used in landscape mode. So I'm going to fix it to portrait mode here, so that you can't look at this sideways, if you see what I mean. And now let's look at that, and there is my my image. And I might also change the title of this image here, which is currently set to note squirrel, and that's in strings.xml. So I've got this title activity image, and I could change that to password image, or maybe pass points image, because it's not a password. It's going to be, the idea is that you're going to touch certain points on this image, and then it will let you into your note. So that's it for this tutorial, and until next time, happy coding.